and 5:30. He was in good spirits. He greeted everybody as he checked in. And his players were coming in one at a time, initiated by Jesse Miguel, who came in quite early, followed by Cabanes. Then we also saw Anthony Desalia. By now, the dugout, the members of the coaching staff and the team management should be with them. Let's double check once more whether we can go and join them in the dugout of San Miguel Beer. Right now inside the Coliseum, the Toyota Super Corolla Basketball Club has distributed fans, also flags on sticks so that you can wave it just like our July 4th. And everybody, friend or foe, been asking for it. Very nice looking. It is red on base with Toyota colored white, and they also have a streamer. As early as 4 o'clock when we came over here, we noticed that the entire bleachers full packed. And right now, in spite of many of you still rushing from your offices or perhaps from your schools, we have an almost standing room in the upper and lower boxes. And definitely a very high 80% at this point in time at the ringside. There is electricity at the Big Dome. And we see here families, father, mother, children, grandfather. We even saw an elderly gentleman, very distinguished looking, with a cane, with his male nurse assisting him. We also have, if you ask me about it, very famous sports columnist, the authority, the author, Big Villafranca, saying that tonight, Ed himself has to produce the biggest miracle of all. For with midnight now upon the playoffs, there is only time for one last rabbit out of the bag. And he encourages Ed by saying, you better win or else I'll have to eat my words, and I've got to eat this piece of paper without any ketchup, without any salt, no nothing. Also a famous sports writer, Ernesto Gonzalez, saying that this has to be a competition between a slick fast break machine against a one-man scoring army. A seasoned but unpredictable squad against a ragtag but hard-working crew. The almost miraculous touch of Ed Ocampo against the almost magical ability from Manoto. Again, Toyota being pictured as a favorite. However, in the evening papers, Ed Ocampo said that I can agree with that. It's going to be a tough game. It can go either way. Now, San Miguel Beer appearing in only its second championship since 1975. Took the 1979 second conference with a 3-1 score over the basically same team of Toyota today. And again, Tommy Manotok plays it under saying that they are underdogs, but they will try their very best. And somehow he recalls that they always win as underdogs. We will be fighting to the last. And for his part, Toyota coach Ed Ocampo refused to predict the outcome of today's game. I haven't worked out on my battle plans yet, but maybe it will come out during our workout last night. And that's his quotation, which appeared this morning. Now, Robert Jaworski is still a doubtful starter because of his pulled hamstring muscle. As to whether he will again use his second stringers, Ocampo said the element of surprise has been eliminated, but the value of the second stringers is still there. Now, both coaches have 2 PBA titles under each of the belts. Now, Manotok is responsible for the UTEX 2 pounds, while Ocampo piloted Royal 2 Orange in 1979 and the Super Corollas last year to victories. At the moment, both teams are warming up. On your screens, we have San Miguel Beer men, red shirts on top and the shorts, the white and all white on Toyota Super Corollas. And before we continue, we have a special message for all of you. The 1982 PBA reinforced all Filipino conference. And I got to check with my partner, Steve Kakan, How does it look from your end of the table?
Well, Pingoy, you know, very difficult today walking around the streets, everybody asking you who's going to win the basketball game. Very difficult to say. I think the game, going into the game, it's an even match. There's 41 points. They were able to win a basketball game. Toyota has shown that they could withstand any pressure thrown at them by the San Miguel team. San Miguel shows that they never give up in a basketball game. I mean, there's so many different factors that can attribute to a victory or a defeat for either team here tonight. I think the team that minimizes on their errors, minimizes on their turnovers, will definitely have a better chance of winning the basketball game. The defense that Ed Ocampo's boys put up against Norman Black is going to be the key. If Abe King can stay out of foul trouble and do a nice job the way he did on Saturday night, Toyota has a good chance of winning. If Norman Black decides to go wild tonight, if he has it within him, if he has the strength to do it and score 50 or 60 points, the workers at San Miguel have been contributing, it could be a San Miguel victory. You know, it's also important to note that Norman Black has had an additional day's rest. When you play that Tuesday, Thursday, Friday game, you only have one full day of rest. When you play the Tuesday game, you have Sunday and Monday to rest. So maybe Norman, with that additional day's rest, might come back very strong tonight. Another factor, a lot of people feel that if the series went down to the wire, if it went down to 7 games, that the Toyota Super Corollas would have the advantage because their boys have been here before, they're pressure ball players. I don't know how true that is anymore. San Miguel, guys like Marty Saldana, a rookie, have shown poise. They've shown a lot of character. I don't know if the veteran rookie question pertains to this Game 7. Both coaches will be pulling all the stops, doing whatever they have to do to win the basketball game. And you can definitely expect a very close and tight ball game.
Thank you much, Steve Patan. And right now, I'd like you to go with me and join our man of the ball, June Bernardino.
Thank you very much, Pingo. And right now we're here in the middle of the action. And I'm going over now to the president of the PBA, Mr. Dominic John. Good afternoon, magandang hapon po sa inyo. Well, I understand that there has really been a dramatic change in the gate, attendance, as well as the viewership. Could you enlighten us on this, sir?
Yeah, I think so. Well, as of yesterday, our gross income compared to last year is up by 60%.
Oh, that's a very big figure, sir. What would you attribute this increase in attendance to?
Well, I think it's about the what do you call that? The format. However, we'll try to improve that in the third conference. Again, so we hope to have better audience the next conference. Third conference.
Well, I believe, sir, that, well, everybody knows that this is it. This is the final day. This is the final encounter between these two championship caliber team. And the next series will be the Invitational, right, sir? Now, I'm sure the televiewers, as well as all the basketball fans, would like to know what kind of a format we will have or how many teams will be participating in this Invitational.
The Invitational, there will be one team added to the first four of the first conference, which is the Korean national team. They will play a round robin, and the best two will play the best of 5.
I see. And then after that, we will have the open conference, right, sir?
Yes, that will be sometime after the end of August.
Well, I'd like to congratulate you, Mr. Chon, the president of the PBA, as well as Ms. Nikki Cosibank, and all the other staff of the PBA and their officials for having done a wonderful job. Thank you very much, sir. Bingo!
And June Bernardino, moving very close now to Nikki Cosibank. And we'd like to mention here that Mr. Chon is occupying 2 positions, not only as president of the PBA, but also as the acting commissioner. Now, as Steve Patan has mentioned, Norman Black, the 6'5" former Detroit Piston, had only scored 41 points against the unforgiving defense of Abby King as Toyota extended the title playoff with a 110-99 victory Saturday night. While we see the Big J warming up, still a doubtful starter is being factor as the force behind them, but he has not seen action. Definitely, Ed Ocampo will rely on him, and as Ed mentioned, his presence is going to minimize the Toyota errors because of the overall experience and general courtship of the Big J. Now, there's a threat, however, of a brilliant game due from the Beermen. After two straight miserable performances, offensive-wise, San Miguel Beer should be due for one red-hot evening. The Beermen never went beyond 50% average from the floor in games number 5 and number 6. They had only 43%, 40 conversions of 92 attempts in the 5th game. Wichita won 96-88 and 46%, 41 of 82 in the 6th game, ruled by the Corollas. Before Steve and I continue, we'd like to turn you back to our studios.
1 point separating the two clubs. San Miguel averaging 103 points a ball game. Toyota averaging 102. Total points scored in the series. San Miguel 617. Toyota 613. So close. Now on that field goal percentage, even though Toyota is ahead by 4 percentage points, San Miguel has taken a total of 84 more shots, and that's about 14 more shots per ball game. The free throws are basically even, and both teams have visited the free throw line an even amount of times. On the rebounding side, Toyota is ahead 47-43. However, it's important to note that San Miguel does take more shots, therefore Toyota will have more defensive rebounds. You see the assists are even, and you see the steals are basically even. The error column is a big difference for Toyota. They have been committing an average of 16 errors per ball game, as opposed to San Miguel, which only commits 10. Now, that's only errors. That does not include turnovers. So Toyota really loses a lot of opportunities at shooting the ball at the basket.
On the average scores per quarter between San Miguel Beer and Toyota. Incidentally, we have the voice of Lito Anzures asking and requesting everybody to rise for the Philippine national anthem.
Best child recording artist, the baby of our PBA superstar, ladies and gentlemen, the cute and lovable Miss Christina Paner.
Christina Paner will be singing the Philippine national anthem. Christina Paner gets a big round of applause from the appreciative fans for singing the Philippine national anthem.
The best import award to the foreign player who has shown outstanding basketball talent and exhibited exemplary conduct in the PBA Reinforced Conference. And this was outstanding foreign player award by a consensus of PBA players themselves, PBA staff officials, and the
you see Norman Black receiving the award for Best Import. You know, Norman Black, he's only 23 years old, Pingoy, but he plays like a very well-matured guy, you know, and it's almost as if he's 30 years old. He has a lot of poise when he plays in the basketball game. He never lets things take his mind off his job on the court. I think it's exemplified by the play he has been showing us through this 6-game series, maybe even in the 7th game. He played for the Detroit Pistons very shortly one year. He was a member of the All-American team in the Continental Basketball Association 1975, MVP of St. Joseph's University. Just an outstanding player. And Norman leads the league history of averaging the most rebounds per basketball game that he has played in. Norman Black, truly deserving of this award.
The starting five for Toyota Super Corollas being called now by the PBA official announcer. We have Legaspi. And the Big J is going to play.
Well, you know, Ping, you see Nick Boulang on the court, and it's very inspiring to see him there. He played a beautiful game in his last outing, not only because he scored 8 points, but he played magnificently on defense. Another added attraction, Sonny Jaworski. A doubtful player, now a surprise starter.
Somehow this has to lift the spirits and the enthusiasm, the concentration of the teammates of the Big J. We have Tan, the Mighty Mike, Marty Saldana. We have Lobo, Casalia, and the best import, Norman Black. Legaspi, Velosa, Bolao, Fernandez, and Jaworski, starting five for Toyota. Our referees, Mr. Cruz, wearing jersey number 3, De La Cruz, 18, and Victorino, 12.
Well, those 3 men might be